In this video, we're talking about the Maryvale Justice Court. The Maryvale Justice Court is a misdemeanor court in Maricopa County in Arizona. We see a lot of people charged with crimes out of this particular jurisdiction. And so today we're going to tell you more about the court so that if you or somebody you know or love has been charged with a crime out of Maryvale, you'll know a little bit more about how it works. So let's break it up into a couple parts. One, we'll talk about the court's jurisdiction. Two, we'll tell you about the different agencies who are involved in arresting people for crimes and then turning it over to the prosecutor who's in charge. We'll tell you a little bit more about the judge himself at the end of the video. So let's dive into it. So when I'm talking about the court's jurisdiction, I'm talking about the physical area, the geographic area over which the court has control. It's important that you understand what it looks like, and I have it right here. So this is the Maryvale Court's jurisdiction. You can see the borders are outlined in yellow, and then in the middle you have a couple different freeways that are highlighted in pink. And you have a couple big ones there. You have the 60, and you have the I-10. And what that means is a lot of people are passing through this court's jurisdiction. This is a justice court. It's not a city court. So that means that if you're cited into this court, you were stopped and cited by DPS or MCSO, which is DPS is the Department of Public Safety. MCSO is the Maricopa County Sheriff's Officers. And so if they're citing you, it's going to be usually something related to traffic. It's usually related to passing through one of those areas, through the 60 or through the I-10 in your vehicle. So predominantly what we see are things like DUI, criminal speeding, reckless driving, a lot of traffic tickets, driving on suspended license, leaving the scene of an accident. Those types of charges are going to be the most common. So when the police actually cite you, are they in charge of prosecuting the case against you? No, it actually goes over to a prosecutor. So a prosecutor is somebody who is a licensed lawyer, and they are going to be working with, in this case, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. MCAO is how we abbreviate it. MCAO is a very, very large agency. They cover 26 different justice courts. Maryvale is one of those. And they cover all of the felonies that happen in Maricopa County. And Maricopa County is a big county. It's one of the biggest in the country. So a lot of people are involved at MCAO. There's a lot of different prosecutors. There's a lot of bureaucracy. And so what that means practically is that they are operating on the basis of different policies. They have procedures that they have to follow, and they are following strict guidelines and strict policies. So why is that important if you've been charged with a crime? Because many people think that they can just go into court, talk to a prosecutor, have a conversation with them, get their charges reduced or dismissed, go do community service or something along those lines. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. They can't do that. It's against their policy. They have strict policies that they're set at the top, and then they trickle down to all of the other prosecutors across all of the different courts and all the different geographic areas throughout Maricopa County so that they all are on the same page. So if you go in and you say, hey, it's my first DUI and I'd like to get it dismissed, what can you do for me? They're not going to be able to do anything. They look at your charge, they look at your background, they look at a chart, and they say, this is what your plea offer is. So I want to make sure that you understand that's how it works. Some people will go in and they'll do more harm than good. They will start having bad conversations with the prosecutor or get combative, or they will have unreasonable expectations and get upset. And then that can actually hurt your case down the line if you do decide to hire an attorney after the fact. So if you go into court on your own, just be cautious, because prosecutors, remember, they're not working for you, they're working against you. They work for the government prosecuting cases. So now let's talk about the judge, Judge Andrew Gastelum. This is a licensed lawyer. So this judge was licensed in 1981. He was first elected to Maryvale in 2006 and then took some time off of the bench and was reelected in 2016. He ran unopposed, and we appear in front of him quite a bit. Somebody who has a law degree from ASU. In our opinion, in our experience in front of this judge, he's somebody who doesn't really seem too interested in being a judge. There are some judges that really love being a judge. They may not be lawyers, or they may not have gone to law school or anything like that, but they're very interested in the law. They're very interested in being a judge. They will listen to arguments, they will consider them intently, and they will ask substantive and probative questions of either side, and they'll give it a lot of thought. They'll give you a lot of sort of their energy in making decisions on your case. We don't have that experience with this particular judge. This judge, in our opinion, typically seems very rushed, seems like he just wants to move cases along, just kind of ram them through. In a lot of the situations where we've been in front of him, seems like he's kind of pre-decided on a lot of issues. He's been doing it for a while, so he has heard a lot of the same arguments over and over again, but doesn't really give us a whole lot of time to really kind of have a good conversation with him about it. He seems pre-decided and like he's already made up his mind, he's already made up his decisions because he just wants to move the cases along. Not exactly what we like to see out of a judge. We'd like to be able to make arguments. The judge may feel like he's heard it before, but in reality, it's a new case, it's a new person, it's a new set of facts. Typically, it's new officers, it's new stops, it's new issues. So we want to be heard. Unfortunately, we just don't get that feeling from this particular judge a lot. Doesn't mean he's necessarily a bad judge. He just has some qualities that typically we don't think will weigh in our favor as a defendant or a defense attorney. So if you or somebody that you know or love has been charged with a crime out of Maryvale, give our office a call. We offer free case evaluations. We'll have you come in, we'll sit down with you, we'll make sure we do a thorough analysis of your case. But more importantly, make sure that you're leaving with a plan so that you don't have to go through this alone and you have an idea of how to make this all go away. So give us a call. We look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks for watching.